Welcome to the story behind the hymn with Faye Wheeler. This is Season 2, Episode 3.
Peace Like a River started as an African-American spiritual. The Hebrew prophet Isaiah's imagery of peace like a river is thought to be the basis for the spiritual's text. Spirituals began on the fields, and the slaves would sing to pass the time of day. It was also a great way to pass messages along and share the gospel. Paul Simon took the spiritual and wrote Peace Like a River during the turbulence of the 1960s, amid the many protests of the Vietnam War. However, the earliest appearance of this spiritual in a hymnal appears about 1975. In Simon's song, he envisions a glorious day that includes a river of peace that flows through a city made new. This song uses water as a simile to compare the peace of God to a placidly flowing river, the joy of Christ to a merrily bubbling fountain, and the love of God to a deep, wide ocean. These images could have been drawn from Nehemiah 8:10. Love, joy, and peace are the first three fruits mentioned in the fruit of the Spirit found in Galatians 5:22. I've got peace like a river. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got love like an ocean. Listen as the bell choir grace notes under the direction of Paul Weaver, director, and Kathy Rothschild, pianist, as they ring, "The joy of the Lord is our strength."
You are listening to the story behind the hymn with Faye Wheeler. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these brief messages.
Carson City's Night Off the Streets homeless shelter is beginning for 2021. Knott's has been a ministry of many of the local congregations for the past 5 years. It is our effort to reach the least of these and to provide shelter from the cold. The year before Knott's opened, Carson City had 4 people freeze to death because they had nowhere to go. Since Knott's has opened, there have been no exposure-related deaths because they had somewhere to go. The shelter begins on November 1st at St. Teresa's Catholic Church. A man and a woman are needed for each shift for 3 shifts a night, from 8:30 to 11:30, from 11:30 to 3:30, and from 3:30 to 7 in the morning. Ask anyone who's volunteered in the past. Everything that scared them about getting involved did not happen, and all sorts of blessings they never anticipated were revealed. You don't need any experience in the homeless ministries. All training is provided. Now is the time to begin thinking about volunteering. Here's how you can sign up.
Welcome back to the story behind the hymn with Faye Wheeler.
Today, we are talking about a favorite hymn for many, Immortal, Invisible. The tune used is that of a traditional Welsh ballad. The words of this hymn were written by Walter Chambers Smith in 1867. It is based on the words found in 1 Timothy 1:17. Now unto the King eternal, immortal, invisible, the only wise God, be honor and glory forever and ever. It is a praise and worship hymn. It praises our God who is eternal, immortal, invisible, and all-wise. It is one of those hymns that makes us contemplate the greatness of our God. Walter Smith was born on December 5th, 1824, in Aberdeen, Scotland. The original version in 6 stanzas appeared in Smith's Hymns of Christ and the Christian Life, copyright 1867. After a number of revisions, the 4-stanza version was included in the influential The English Hymnal in 1906, assuring its fame to the present day. This hymn is the only one of Smith's volumes of poetry that remains in common use. Listen to our group as they lift their voices in singing the glorious mystery of the Creator, the self-described I Am.
Thank you for listening to the story behind the hymn with Faye Weaver. If you've enjoyed it, hit the like button. Subscribe and ring the bell if you would like notification when this channel has new content. This program is a production of Aunt Betty's Studio, a ministry of First Presbyterian Church, Carson City.